Hi YouTubers, it's DC here with DC's Gadgets, and I wanted to do a video here on some modifications I had to do for my engraving table, because sometimes people tell me that the machining aspect of this whole thing is kind of fascinating. So I probably should have recorded some of the actual machine work, but this is the finished product. This was the spindle carriage for the engraving table that I purchased surplus, right? And the spindle motor mounts right inside here, and there's a video of the engraver running up on my YouTube channel, so you can see what it does. Anyway, this motor kind of sucks. It's really slow. They say 6,000 RPM, but I doubt it's doing much more than 3,000. But it's been working okay, and I've made a bunch of parts. But I want a faster spindle so I can go faster on my parts. So I bought this one over here. It came in yesterday, day before yesterday, I think, whatever, it came in. And problem is, the diameter here is quite a bit bigger than the diameter of this one here. This is like 1.650, and this is 2 inches 45 thousandths. So my initial decision, initial thought was I just bore this out. Now that thing also came with a mounting bracket. This is a mounting bracket, pretty neat little mounting bracket. If I was doing something different, like making a CNC machine from scratch, this would work really good. I could put the thing in there, but I'm not doing that. So trying to find a way to make this work. My initial thought was to open this bore up. Problem is there's not enough metal. I looked at different things. I could put a piece of something in here and weld this web up and kind of offset the motor back into this corner and bore it out. That would work. I thought about doing that at first, and I thought, nah, that's kind of ridiculous, you know. And I kicked the idea around in my head, and I came in the shop this morning. I had found some stock laying in the bin that would be big enough. So I just grabbed a hunk of aluminum and took some measurements, and this is what I ended up with. This piece right here. Pretty nifty, I think. It came out looking really nice. Everything fits in nice and tight. This area here is just a block. I was going to cut it out. It was actually easier leaving it there so I could grab it. And the original motor in this thing had a separate motor and spindle. The motor sat back, I take it back. The spindle was there. There was a shaft here with a belt, and the motor sat behind the whole thing. Kind of a really weird setup. Yeah, 3 pieces. It had a spindle and then a motor shaft and another motor on the back side. I'm not doing all that, so I might put this in the machine later and stand it up and take all this material off. If I want to take weight off of it, I haven't really decided yet. It wouldn't be that big a deal. I could chuck it up in there and just nick off. But I think I'll just go put it in the machine and see what it does. I took the bushings out of the old one, and these will slide in here. Of course, I got a burr on it, so it won't slide in easy. Slide from the bottom. They slide in. Put the set screws in it. I'll use the same bushings I had in the other one, linear bearings, whatever you want to call them. And I'll take it home and see if it actually fits on the machine, because that's going to be the super test, right? So stay tuned. When I get this thing all back together, I'll take it home, stick it on the machine, see what it does. This is supposed to spin at 12,000 RPM. We'll see. I have a 24-volt power supply that's got a sticker on the side of this thing that says it goes up to 48 volts. So I'm assuming that 12,000 RPM is going to be at 48 volts. So I may not get 12,000, I might get 6,000. I will get a separate 48-volt power supply next week, or the week after, whatever, so I can get this thing maxing out. I want to get that 12,000 RPM so I can really get some decent parts. But that's the spindle. In case anyone's interested.